Open topic, gang, gang, gang. We are definitely in the building. Shout out to the OTF Open Topics family. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell icon so you can know when your boy uploads some new content. It's going down. Gang, gang, gang shit. Now, please tell me, you guys seen the Breakfast Club interview with Gervonta Davis? My gosh. Man, this was a hard ass interview to watch. I'm not going to front, man. I'm not even going to bullshit. First of all, Gervonta talked like he got a annihilator in his throat, stuck in there. Like he need a cup of Theraflu, some Robitussin. He needs some type of medication to clear his throat up because he just sounded like he had a ball of spit stuck in his throat when he was talking. Like you couldn't hear him. It was starting to piss me off a little bit, but nevertheless, they asked Gervonta Davis a couple of questions that I find interesting as far as his answers were concerned. His answers, from what I heard, because remind you, he had a cat ball, a fur ball stuck in his throat. What he said was, Charlemagne asked him. He said, yeah, man, yeah, fuck all that. But what about Lomachenko? You know, Charlemagne couldn't even get his name right. He said Loma, and then Gervonta intervened. Oh, Lomachenko? He was like, yeah, so when you gonna fight him? Gervonta replies, oh, man, well, you know, he 30 years old. He had a long amateur pedigree and whatnot. So he rushing to get everything done now because he's 30, he's old. You dig what I'm saying? So, but we gonna do the fight on our time. You know, we gonna fight on our time. I'm only 20, whatever the fuck age he said he was. But nevertheless, he did come out and say that he ain't scared of Lomachenko and he wants to fight. It's Floyd Mayweather who's telling him not to take the fight right now. And I think that's based more so on the fact that though Gervonta Davis is a good fighter, the kid definitely has some skill. He's definitely very talented. The fact still remains that Gervonta Davis is very immature and he's not ready yet. A lot of these fighters are not ready yet. As much as we praise them, they're not ready yet. They asked him about his training techniques, and Gervonta pretty much says he does not train unless he has a fight sign. He does not train unless he has a fight sign. And it's funny because Charlemagne spoke of, you know, all these boxers wanting the same lifestyle that Floyd Mayweather has, yet they don't devote themselves to the craft the same way that Mayweather does. Speaking of which, he brought up the name of Adrian Broner. He said, whenever you look at Adrian Broner, you see on his Instagram and everything else, how he balloons up in weight, you know, and then when it's time for a fight, he has to train. He's training so hard that he's not training to beat the opponent he's facing. He's training just to lose the weight that he's put on in between the fights. Gervonta Davis says he does not train at all if he does not have a fight sign. That is one of the reasons why you lost your IBF title on a scale, because your work ethic, you're not 100% dedicated to your craft, my man. If you were, you would have had no problem making the weight. But the fact that you don't train when you're not working, and no one's saying you should be in the gym and sparring all the time, but I mean, a workout regimen every day is on top of eating right, you know, running a couple miles a day, maybe even walking, you know, not partying, not out drinking, stuff like that can affect your body when it's time for a fight to be signed. Like you need to be taking care of yourself a lot better than what you are. And that young mentality right there tells me everything I need to know about Gervonta Davis. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm from the D.C., Maryland area. Gervonta is from Baltimore, you know, D.C., D.C., PG County type area, if you're familiar with the Maryland side. We don't really fuck with Baltimore like that, you know what I'm saying? But we cool. It's Maryland, but Baltimore is like a city of its own, man. They type weird up there, and you know it's a little awkward up there. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I've rocked with Gervonta Davis. But you got to get your shit together, bro. Like this, not working out and shit, and now he's becoming like a little fanboy. You see him hanging out with rappers and shit. Now he's going down that same road that Adrian Broner went down, and I don't want him to be the next Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner had so much promise, and a lot of us was introduced to Gervonta Davis by Adrian Broner. So we have to thank Adrian Broner for that. Adrian Broner was actually one of the people that flew Gervonta Davis out to Mayweather's gym to get some work in. And that's when, Floyd liked him and signed him to his promotional company. He's not signed to Floyd as a fighter. He's signed to Al Heyman. But nevertheless, Al Heyman has a wonderful stable of fighters. But Gervonta, man, you got to get your shit together. And I don't think the fight with Lomachenko is going to happen anytime soon. This based off the questions that was asked, because he's not ready yet. And I got Lomachenko beating this kid, man. This kid does not have the mentality to get in the ring with someone like Lomachenko and think the way he's supposed to think. He doesn't even train the way he's supposed to train. So when he gets in the ring with Lomachenko, the kid's is going to get, not only is he going to get outboxed, he's going to get outthought. He's not ready yet. He's too immature. And that's the main reason why they would not take the Lomachenko fight. It isn't because Gervonta Davis is scared. It's because he's mentally not ready yet. He mentally does not have the capability of being in a ring with a guy that has the IQ of a Vasily Lomachenko. He does not have the capability of being in the ring. Not the skill, because he has the skill. But when you're in there with a tactician, a guy that has does wonderful angles, counters beautifully, constantly thinking, constantly setting up, constantly timing you. You need to be 110% when you go in that ring with Lomachenko. And Gervonta Davis, sir, you are not. So I'm not mad at you for not taking the fight. I understand now why you don't take the fight. And it's all because you're not ready, sir. You're not ready to get in the ring with Vasily Lomachenko. Comment down below. Watch the Breakfast Club interview. It's somewhat of a good interview. You can understand Gervonta Davis. I told you he had a hole stuck in his throat. But like, comment down below, and also subscribe. It's gang shit. Yeah.